Now to business news this Saturday. The Central Bank of the Bahamas released its financial stability report on Friday with a glowing account on the apparent upward trend of the Bahamian economy. At the press briefing, central bank officials addressed numerous contributing factors to the economic boost, as well as some concerns. The economic assessment would have revealed that private sector business operators, despite a positive outlook, would have noted a higher cost in performing business operations. This coincides with a recent report by the International Monetary Fund, which suggested that Bahamian banks must look at distinguishing transactions for debit and credit cards, citing that Bahamian businesses are paying the price for transaction fees that should not be applied to debit transactions. Central Bank Governor John Rolle says the organization has already started looking into ways to tackle these issues.
National Payments Council, where we've started to look at the bank fee issues. And so we are going to be looking at how to reduce those. And part of the way we see things evolving in terms of tackling those fees is making the domestic infrastructure more important around how instructions for payments get from one point to the next and how funds move from one point to the next. So even in our domestic system today, there are transactions which may involve parts that are not local in terms of how messages get from one point to the next.
Governor Rolle also touched on making it easier for Bahamians to save rather than borrowing from the bank.
Just looking at what's in the banks, the average saving levels in the country are low. It's something that has to be tackled through a series of measures, one of which is doing more work in the area of financial literacy to educate persons around, how they should be approaching savings. We also believe that medium and longer term, we have to increase the viable ways in which average individuals can save.